is Thursday, April 16th, 10:28 a.m. Eastern Time. My name is Brian, and we are back in the center of the aisle. Today in Iran, open source intel brings up Trey Yingst from Fox. U.S. officials on what a good faith deal with Iran looks like. No nuclear weapons, no uranium enrichment, all enriched uranium removed from the country. According to Trump, he was on Fox with Maria in the Mornings, I believe the name of the show is, and he said he wants 100% of what he asked for, which included the ballistic missiles, the proxies. I'm not sure that he had put in their regime change. There has been no regime change, and he's not going to get that. It's the same people that were there. They just keep moving up the ranks. They're hardliners. They're the ones who's making the call, the IRGC. I don't know that anybody else is making the calls. So he switched back to stating that he wants all of it, 100%. He was upset that the U.S. delegation offered 20 years nuclear free. He wants forever. He doesn't want to have any of it, which is understandable. They can't be trusted. Yesterday, I reported out about the fighter jets over Iran, thinking that it could have been Pakistan following their representatives over to Iran. It looks like in addition to at least one F-4E Phantom II, an Iranian MiG-29B was also pictured flying over Tehran today. This was yesterday, actually, from OSINT Defender. The arrival of Pakistan Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir, who arrived Wednesday in Iran prior to the continued peace talks. These are, I don't know if Russia brought these over or if the U.S. thought they shot all of their planes down. But these are definitely, from what I can tell, the Phantom and then the MiG, those are older planes. I think the MiG is a Gen 4, but still, that's got to be Iranian, I would think. That's just how I see it, and I've heard some reports on it as well. Open source intel. They have the worst propaganda. Mohsen Rizeli, top military advisor to Iran's supreme leader. I doubt that Trump will admit defeat and kill himself. He does not have the courage Hitler had. It is more likely that the Americans will arrest and imprison him when their living conditions deteriorate. We will sink all the U.S. warships. Now, they've been saying they're going to sink our warships since the very beginning. According to President Trump, they tried to send 101 missiles to him, and we shot them all down. They're still trying. They still haven't sunk anything. 101 times they tried to sink our warships, and we combat every last time. They continue to say they're going to sink our warships. They've never done it. Trey Yingst also describes what's a good faith deal, like I just discussed. U.S. officials say this includes Iranians understanding they can't obtain a nuclear weapon, period. And also, Trey Yingst says direct talks between the United States and Iran could resume soon. Now, the press secretary stated, Carolyn Leavitt stated that there is discussion that it's going to happen, but they have not happened yet. And President Trump says he reviews the war is pretty close to being. This is what I've been kind of hinting at lately with China involved in this, because they have so much money invested in Iran. They have deals they've made with Iran, and they can't be fulfilled. So now we have China and Russia that's going to be meeting for a high-level discussion. And according to Alm Trades, it says this is a routine high-level diplomatic meeting between China and Russia. Xi Jinping, China's leader, personally received Russia's top diplomat, Sergei Lavrov, in Beijing. What it means is China and Russia are strengthening their partnership. They call it no limits. Friendship and stabilizer for the world, 6. Basically, they're figuring out how they can work together so they can get rid of the U.S. They don't want U.S. to be number one. And also, Russia is stating that we have oil if you need it, China, pretty much is what it is, because China's hurting. They're really hurting when it comes to oil. They get most of their oil, 73% of their oil comes from Iran. and with us blocking Iran. Okay, yesterday I went over the fighter jets. Today I'm going to go over the three aircraft carriers that China has. Not, I don't know. I think we have 11 of them. Not all. I think some of them are in port right now being maintenanced, but we have quite a few of them that are still serviced out of 11. CNS Liaoning. It was commissioned in 2012. This was China's first carrier refurbished from a Soviet-era ship. It uses a ski jump ramp for takeoff, stow bar, and is primarily for training and air defense. The Shandong 17, commissioned in 2019, is China's first domestically built carrier. Also using a ski jump conventional propulsion, as based on the Liaoning's design. And then the Fujian 18, commissioned in November 2025, is a significant technological leap. It is 80,000 tons, conventional ship, featuring an electromagnetic catapult system, EMALS, and a flat-top deck, allowing for heavier, more capable aircraft to launch similar to the U.S. carriers. So they're not like top level when it comes to their Navy, obviously. They have some good aircraft, but the aircraft, they don't really have a lot of capability to take off from a carrier. I think they have one carrier that does their stealth fighter jets. These carriers are designed to operate beyond the first island chain, enabling China to project power far from its coastline. According to the Pentagon, China aims to expand its carrier force significantly by 2035, and that's what I was getting at. I thought they had one commissioned for 2028, but maybe it was the one, the last one we were talking about, this Fujian, that was done in 2025, that was supposed to be done in 2028. It's here. They have three of them, three carriers, and they have a lot of people. That's their number one asset. They have a lot of people enlisted, and they can go for a very, very long time. China's nobody to mess with. Russia's nobody to mess with. I honestly can't believe that the Ukrainians went on this long. So, but with that being said, I still think that China's doing stuff in the background. We know for a fact that China let Iran use their satellite to find out where our troops are at and what bases they were at. Even though Trump asked him not to do it, and he said he's not doing it, and I guarantee you he is. We know that Russia's, in my mind, I don't have anything concrete, but I think Russia's helping him out as well. And I guess if I had that much money invested in them by 2035, I might be inclined to help too, because they're not doing so well. There's not a whole lot of information out on this, is why I didn't really bring up a whole story on it. We're adding sanctions to banks that are handling Iranian money in certain ways. Besant kind of went over it, but I think there's going to be up to a 50% tariff put on them if they're found dealing with Iran's money. So, or holding on to, I don't know exactly how he plans on doing it, but that's a lot of money, a 50% tariff. So later in the day, I'll be back with some more updates. Thank you very much. Please like, comment, subscribe. All your guys' stuff I read. It's great. Thank you very much, and you have an amazing day.